Hello and welcome back to another video. This time, however, it's gonna be Formula 1 Challenge 1972. So, after the previous stream, you already know that I ran into a couple of issues with the 1971 season. So, at this point, I decided I'm just gonna give up on it completely and move on to the next one because what it was turning into is just impossible to go with. So first of all, we all remember that we had our good old friend Terbeck driving some sort of supersonic jet in the races and being just crazy fast. So that then I managed to broke the save game, and now that before I started to try and record the British Grand Prix, the game started crashing, so I decided it's just easier to go ahead with the 1972 season instead. So yeah, here we are, and this time it's gonna be a race in Argentina. So I actually hope Nick drops by to watch it because it's his home country. So yeah, and the qualifying went actually pretty well, and I managed to start from pole position. By the way, I'm still with Tyrrell along with Jackie Stewart, so the team is intact. It's exactly as it was the previous season, and I plan to keep it like this as well. And we have Emerson Fittipaldi on P2 and my teammate Jackie Stewart on P3, followed by Danny Hulme, Jackie X, Peter Revson, Regazzoni, Helmut Marko, Beltoise, Eamon, Holwood, Andretti, Pace, Hill, Fittipaldi, Peterson, Ganley, Migo, probably that's not how you pronounce it. I still don't know French. Redman, Reutemann, De Adamic, Merzario, Gethin, Schenken, Pescarolo, Walker, Beutler, Wissel, Galli, Stommelen, Roa, and Lauda on the last place. Wow, that's strange. So anyway, just gonna have a quick look if I have the correct fuel settings. Of course I don't. So yeah, just to make sure I don't start the race with the same mistake I usually do without fuel. So now we're as good as ready to start the first race of the 1972 season. And well, it says the current conditions are overcast, but the track is actually dry, and I hope that the sky is going to look brighter than it does now. So without further ado, let's just jump right into it and see how we do on this season opener in Argentina. Here we go. And there is no flag guy and no lights again, so I have... there are the lights, okay. Good, at least I can see them. And the race is already on. And I actually have to turn the camera to be able to look in the mirrors because it has this crazy design that is just so far away. So that's not making it easy for me, and I actually don't feel very confident on this track just now. As you can see it, I'm having a bit of a trouble with the braking distances. But I actually had a very good start, and I'm still ahead of Fittipaldi. And when I was looking in the mirror, I could see my teammate as well, so I think Jackie is still on P3 at the moment. And I've got a bit of understeer in these slow corners. But I haven't been fooling around too much with the settings, so... And, well, so much about the track being dry, it's actually not. Which kinda explains why I'm having some oversteer, and it's actually raining. Well, now I wasn't really prepared for that, so I've been completely fooled by the weather forecast, and well, this is not gonna be easy like this. So let's hope this is not going to continue for long and the track actually starts drying up. But right now I have next to no grip at all. So we might be in for a pretty interesting race if it keeps going on like this. Well, then let's just be a bit more considerate about what I'm doing on the track. And there is a yellow flag, so something must have happened. Probably an accident, as if I heard correctly, a couple of cars are already out of the race. But Fittipaldi is still in solid second place, so he is not being endangered by the rain, at least for now, just like myself. And yes, it's Fittipaldi and Stewart in P2 and 3, followed by X, Regazzoni, Eamon, and I should stop looking at the standings because this is exactly what happens if I do that. Well, that's actually the second time in a row I ran off in this corner, so I think now you will understand where the confidence has gone. I kept doing this during the free practice, and the only time I actually didn't, that was the qualifying session. So the track requires plenty of getting used to, and I think I'm losing more and more grip as the track is getting more and more wet. Yeah, so there's a bigger spray now than what we started with. So this might end up being so it's probably going to be a pretty difficult race, and I actually did the fastest lap, which is awesome. And there seems to be a dry patch on the track, which is fairly unexpected to me in these conditions. But that's good because I think we all are on the dry tires, so this might help us to have at least a bit of a grip on the track. And somehow I already have a 7 seconds gap to Fittipaldi. I think at this point everyone is just trying to take it easy and just be safe as much as it's possible. And I keep doing the fastest laps, which I have no idea how, but I'll take it. And Jackie is actually on P2 now, so was braking a little bit too early. And I think that's already... Yeah, that's definitely one of the back markers already. I mean, this is a very short track, so no wonder that we can catch up to them relatively quickly. But still, that's a bit surprising that we're already having back markers after the first 5 laps, so probably has been out to the pits after an accident or something. And as you can see, they take the corners very slowly as well. And he actually let me pass, which from the previous season you could see, especially in Monaco, that it rarely happens that they don't try to fight me back when I'm trying to go past. And I can actually see the dry patch of the track here going through on the outside of the track, so I'm wondering what the AI is doing. And taking this corner easy actually works pretty well because I'm not losing so much time there. Now that I'm not running off the track all the time. And it feels like there's gonna be plenty of retirements in this race as well. So not too many of us is going to finish this one. And I'm already 16 seconds ahead of Jackie, which is a massive, massive difference. And I have another fastest lap. And now I just run a little bit wide. And there is no spray at all on the dry patch. And I think that the rain is over as well, so we might be in for an actual race. Well, that... not me, because by the looks of it I have a commanding lead over Jackie, who seems to be fighting X at the moment, so Jackie is fighting another Jackie. And for now it looks like he managed to stay ahead. So I also hope that he's going to be able to finish the race. And someone is just going out to the pits. We'll see how well that's going to work. And that's another fastest lap. Hi Nick. I've been briefly talking about you at the beginning. Nothing like home, is it? Oh boy. I'm actually standing on the brakes in this corner. And I took a bit of a short braking distance. It's already a 21-second gap to Jackie, so I have no idea what they're doing, but that's a very, very commanding lead. And Ragazzoni is having gearing issues. Jasnek is the 72 season. So I already said at the beginning of the video, so I basically stopped fooling around with the 71 season because there has been a lot of issues with it. So, well, you know it all about our friend Terbeck, and me breaking the save game. So after that I tried to do the remainder of the season in a race mode, but now the UK race, when I was trying to record it, and that's a very stupid mistake. So when I was trying to record the UK race, the game started crashing, so I just gave up on the 71 season, and I'm just gonna go ahead and do 72 instead. And there are no crazy supersonic jet drivers like Terbeck, so I might actually be in for a good season. But yeah, in the meantime I'm out of the gravel trap, but I think I almost killed the gearbox and the engine with it. So I'll try to avoid making that mistake again on that corner, but I just wasn't paying attention. And the wet patches on the track are still quite slippery, so that doesn't help me too much either. And this time no mistakes in this corner. Ooh, these curbs are actually pretty dangerous if you take too much of them. So, and by the looks of it, the clouds are gone as well, so it's going to start drying up properly from this point on, and I hope that the rain is not even going to return. And I also managed to build back some of the gap to Jackie that I lost while I was digging the car into the gravel trap. And now that the track is drier than before, I started to have some grip as well, which feels amazing. It's gonna be another back marker in the front. But I'm actually quite amazed by the fact that there has been no massive carnage in the race so far. So there's been no massive pile-up, nothing like that. Come on, let me pass. Wow, he was a bit hesitant about letting me pass. By the way, I still have a very limited visibility over the chat, so I may not see all the messages there or react to them all the time. Like sometimes I just can see that someone is messaging, but I just don't have the time and the opportunity to have a look at it, so apologies for that. And I think if I keep doing this, I'm gonna kill the gearbox or the engine at some point. Running a bit wide here, and a bit of a slip as well. Okay, maybe I should pay attention to the race again. This happens if I keep looking at the chat. The drying track just feels so much better. All of a sudden my brakes are having a bite, they are actually stopping the car. I have no understeer in the slow corners. So now the only thing I can blame is myself if I make something stupid. And still a good 14 seconds to Jackie, which is pretty good. Oops. Cutting the corner a bit. I'll keep showing a yellow flag at that part, and I have no idea why. I didn't see any accidents there. And I think I might be able to drive a bit faster or even riskier. But on the other hand, maybe I just should take it easy and just enjoy the race. Especially with the massive almost 18 seconds gap to Jackie on P2. And this time, however, I hope that he's going to have a luckier season than previously, and I hope that we can finish on a 1-2. Would be pretty nice for the team as well. And for ourselves, of course. The last time around when I stopped the 71 season, we were on the same amount of points and pretty much on the same results, so... And that's another fastest lap. And I'm so glad that there is no likes of OP AI drivers around. And again I make the same mistake. Oh boy, this corner here. I'm starting to be worried that at some point I will hit the wall at the end of it. So you just need to be really careful with that. It's very dangerous over there. At least for me, with misjudging the braking distance 9 times out of 10. That's another retirement, so just as usual we're going to have quite a high attrition, but this time not too many due to various accidents, more like various mechanical failures and collisions with something. And I'm not entirely sure if the fuel load is going to take me to the end of the race, and as usual I forgot to set up an emergency pit stop for myself, so we'll see what I can do here. Maybe just gonna do some fuel managing at some point. I think he was trying to go out of my way. I mean, he kinda did. And went into the pit wall doing so. That's another fastest lap. I actually like this track. I never raced on this layout, so I had no idea what to expect. I've seen the 75 layout in this game, and they're just a lot different than this one, and I think it's a lot more difficult than this one. Plus it has a massive bug, which is not going to make racing on it easier when we come to season 75, and hopefully I'll be able to go through this season without any serious issues, crashes, bugs, supersonic drivers and stuff like that. And there we have another back marker. He's going to give me some space. No, actually he won't give me any space. And I keep doing one fastest lap after the other, which is pretty amazing. So maybe I started to pay more attention in the meantime, or I don't know, but it's definitely working out. I was trying to be more considerate about that corner that I kept running out of. Whoa! That was the most dangerous encounter I had with the curb on this track so far. Thanks for the background info on the track neck. It's actually a pretty good one. And again I run off in this corner. Oh, seriously? Come on. Don't get stuck, please. Right. Okay. We're back in the action. That corner will be my arch enemy. I think I made a mistake in it more often than I didn't. He moves out of my way. That's pretty nice. Thank you, mate. It's more than 30 seconds to Jackie. That's crazy. Well, I mean, it's not as crazy as being lapped by Terbeck on P3 in lap 12. So, but obviously I'm not even gonna be close to that level. And there will be a couple of tracks along the season that I'm absolutely not good at. So on those races this will be the opposite way around, and Jackie will probably have a 30 seconds lead against me. But for now, let's just enjoy the drive, and we'll worry about getting beaten by Jackie when it happens. They feel like I feel like they became a lot more polite. They actually let me pass when I'm trying to lap them, which was a constant struggle throughout the previous season, and actually even when I was playing the 1970 season. So I'm glad that they are more considerate, but maybe it's just this one track where they actually do it, and they'll just keep trying to fight me back for the rest of the season. Yeah, that gravel trap is crazy, but at least there is a way to get out of it. Otherwise, I would be in a pretty bad situation. And in the meantime, I have a huge gap to Jackie, so oh, there's gonna be trouble if they keep fighting each other and go too wide. Because I will have no space at all here to pass. Come on guys, do something. Maybe get out of my way and let me pass. Or I just go a bit wider so you can get ahead of each other and then let me pass. Okay, this could be pretty dangerous here. Well, now it's not. Oh, come on, don't stop in front of me. That was quite a stunt going into the pits. So now we know Hill is out of the race, and you just seen why by taking the pit wall head on. Speaking of pit wall, need to have a quick look at the fuel. So it says 19 laps now, 19 laps, and it's the 23rd. Well, that's gonna be either very close, or I will actually have to use an emergency pit stop. And that should be a fastest lap again, exactly. 118. "47 seconds, that's crazy." I'll be the new Terbeck of the track. At least on this one. Whoa, what am I doing? I pay too much attention trying to play with the LCD on the top right, but I actually can't see the fuel levels. And I think I was accidentally playing around with the wing settings, which I really shouldn't be doing. Well, we'll just see what happens, and now I truly hope that the fuel's gonna last. Now almost a minute ahead of Jackie. And it's 21 more laps to go. Actually a pretty long race, or at least it feels like it, but as you can see, the track is very, very short. So actually a fairly boring season opener, but these are the season openers that I don't really mind if they get slightly boring, because I can get some good points in for the beginning of the season and for the tracks that I'm not very good at. So now that's another fastest lap. So this is actually going pretty well so far, so hopefully that's the way it's going to stay as well. and then I'm not going to be worried about anything except this corner. I'm worried about this all the time. Okay, can I get back on the escape route? Yes. So I don't have to play around with the gravel trap. Only cost me a good 11 seconds. That's just some next level stupidity that you're seeing right there at that corner. Yeah, I don't know, it feels a bit like I'm losing grip, which I really shouldn't be, at least not after 27 laps. I mean, the way I'm driving and the amount of time I spend in the gravel, that might have something to do with it. Well, no fastest lap in this one, after my little adventure to the escape route. Careful, very careful, just take it easy. Yellow flag for whatever reason again. Actually, it's quite a while now I haven't heard anyone being out of the race for whatever reason. And I'm not even sure how many of us are left. Though I wouldn't say there's so many of us left. Oh boy, this corner. It's my absolute arch enemy on this race. Whoa. It's quite heavy. I'm a good 2 seconds a lap faster than Jackie. And by the looks of it, no one is really able to keep up with him either, so this season we actually might do pretty well for ourselves. And that was a 120 lap. How? It's 18 laps to go. It's easy in this corner. I said easy. And it's back to a minute. Good. And there's another back marker if I saw it correctly. Yep, there he is. I wonder if he's going to let me pass. Doesn't look like it. Well. Nice and easy. And I actually can't see anything on the LCD on the top right, so I have no idea how I'm going to get that refueling done. And for some reason I just barely touch the increase on the D-pad and it just goes up like crazy, so that's not going to help me too much either. So yeah, that certain refueling will be difficult, and again just the same stupid mistake. Okay, this time I was playing around with the display, so I wasn't paying too much attention to the corner. Okay, I deal with that when I have the time and the opportunity to pay attention to it. I think I'm simply going to turn off the HUD on the top. That was bad. That was terrible. Oh boy. What the hell was just going on there? Yeah, no wonder he retired after this. Oh boy. Here we go. This reminded me very strongly to that glitch in Monaco that started to take out the back markers. It was pretty much the same. I'm actually glad that it's not me who is experiencing these glitches firsthand. It's a lot more fun just to look at them than to be a part of it. Though I managed to become part of one of these in Mexico myself. Oh, come on, mate. Just get out of my way. And now he's going to pull a crazy stunt. Yes, he did. Oh boy. This is just so bad. So basically every single time I try to lap someone near the pit wall, they're just going to commit suicide on the pit wall. I'm a lap ahead of Jackie. How? When? When did that happen? What did I just say about those glitches? Okay, feels like it didn't break the car, so... And I actually think I managed to get the fuel sorted, though I can't really see much up there, so I just hope it's going to work as it should. Especially because now I'm almost 100% sure that the fuel load is not going to take me through the end.
Wilson 50 paldi.
So that's one of the Fittipaldis out as well. Oh, what am I doing? And I'm glad to have this kind of advantage because I'm just making so many mistakes that it's just unreal. I usually make mistakes, but not this many in a single race. I had entire seasons with less mistakes than I made on this race. Yeah, you see, Nick, just seen your messages talking about not having any jet drivers on the track. Well, I was actually wrong. We still seem to have a few of them left. However, instead of just being crazy fast on the track, they just do some crazy stunts with the help of the pit wall. So now I'm actually hoping that I don't have to lap Jackie another time, and if it happens, it's not gonna be near the pit wall, so he can actually finish the race without pulling another move like the guys before. So that's 10 more laps to go. I'm still not entirely sure about the fuel. It's saying 6 laps. So I don't know, man. Should I just risk it? And I actually hope I manage to set it up properly. But I most definitely messed up the wing. So I think I'll just give it a try next lap. And I actually hope that it's going to work. Whoa. Yep, there's the little fuel icon coming in. Oi. And that was me trying to find out for which button I set up the pit request. At the end of this lap I'm going to give a shot to the pit and hope very strongly that it's going to work. Right guys, let's get ready to go and have a look at that nasty pit stop that destroyed so many already. Where do I need to go here? And where is my pit stop in the first place? Oh my god, what's going on here? I can't see my pit stop. Oh, here. Wow, now that looks pretty interesting here. Right, so let's see if the refueling is going to work. Yeah, no, the gearbox definitely didn't like that. But I hope it can take the remaining couple of laps. Yeah, so the good news are I definitely messed up the wing. And now I'm having an unreal amount of understeer. It's going to be a whole lot of fun trying to finish the race with a car like this. Oh well. At least some kind of a challenge for the last couple of laps. But the problem is that I actually challenged myself with this. Oh well, this is gonna be interesting. Alright, I think I can live with this. Just need to be careful in the corners, especially when accelerating out of these. feels good so far. Not necessarily good, but that feels alright. And I'm still slightly faster than Jackie. He should be nearby as well, 110, so not much farther ahead. Hopefully I can catch up to him before or after the pits, so in that case it should be after the pits. And just as usual, I ran wide in that corner. And I'm starting to feel that massive oversteer. So I just give some time back to Jackie. He's holding up quite nicely and is still on P2. So we might actually be able to pull this off and do the 1-2. And I think that's him in the front. So if I can just catch him before the pits, that would be great. I just slow down a little here, let him go, so I don't have to watch him killing himself on the pit wall. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm not in a hurry anyway. I just don't want to force him to pull out of my way there, because as nice as the Red Bull Air Race is, I don't want him to take part in it. Right. He's still in one piece. Just let me go, mate. Oh, that was a little bit too aggressive from both of us, but I don't think he understands that I'm actually doing this for him. So he actually finishes this race. Let's hope he's not going to do anything stupid. Oh, that felt like a brake failure. Or something is definitely broken. At this point, I'm not entirely sure what, but the handling start. Yep, that's gonna be the brakes. Oh boy. Yep, that's the brakes gone. Well, technically, let's do more laps. And if I'm being careful, and I have a lap of advantage, so I might actually roll this one through. Just by, yeah, just somewhere between 2 and 3. No. Just being very, very careful on the brake. Especially into this corner. Okay guys, if I can pull this off without actually destroying the car, I'm gonna be so proud of myself that it's unreal. And Jackie is here, trying to take the lap back. And you know what, mate? Go. Go, take it. That's it. Where is he going? Oh my god. And it turns out that once in a lifetime I've been trying to be a nice guy and let him go, and he's going to destroy himself. Like, seriously, please, Jackie, don't do that. Don't go too close to that pit wall. Just don't, alright? Yeah, thanks, Vincent. So I think that's gonna be about the speed I'm going to finish this race with. I really shouldn't be going too fast. And since I still have more than a minute to Jackie, I think I can do it. Oh boy. Easy, easy. I don't want to lose it now. Right, so we're getting near the end of it with no brakes left. And now we're heading on to the finish line of the first race of the 1972 season. And that's a brilliant race win. A very heroic one indeed. 2 laps without brakes. So I'll take it any day. Yannick, I'm not sure either, but I've been actually using the brakes like crazy, especially when I realized that I'm braking late into that hairpin. So that's probably not very helpful when it comes to the brakes. So yeah, this has been a pretty interesting race. And a very enjoyable one as well. And we actually made the Tyrrell 1-2 come true, which has been kind of a dream of mine ever since I teamed up with Jackie. And now it actually worked out for the two of us, and we had a very good race today. And yeah, so
Jackie Stewart.
oh my god, just look at this. It was actually the two of us who finished this race. Oh my god. Wonderful. Thanks guys. I tried my best. And no, look, the brakes are actually still alive. Then I have no idea what happened to the car. So yeah, then it wasn't the brakes, but it definitely felt like it. So the car just started pulling to the side when I was trying to brake. So anyway, the main thing is that there is the first race win of the season, and now here comes this little video at the end of the race. Yeah, that was great. That's a nice start of the season. Definitely of how I happen to imagine it. And yeah, so that's Jackie and myself on 9 and 6 points for the first two places. And we're the only constructor who is getting any points. Amazing. That's just great. Right, well, then let's just proceed. And yeah, so the next race is going to be Kyalami, which, well, probably gonna be happening tomorrow or the day after. I'll have to see about that. We're definitely in for an interesting race here, and I'll see you there. And thank you very much for watching this race, and I hope to see you at the next one in South Africa. Goodbye.